11, local first.
The NFL has made a new ruling on kneeling during the national anthem, but will that change public opinion? I'm John Buffone, and I'll tell you more tonight.
Plus, Ephrata police charge a woman who led them on a chase last night in the borough. But first, a Reinholds man learns his fate after police find him in possession of a loaded AK-47 and drugs. Good evening, I'm Shannon Murphy. An already convicted felon will serve up to 15 years in prison. John Andrew of Reinholds recently pleaded guilty to 7 felonies regarding an incident last November in which police found firearms and drugs on Andrew. News 11's Taylor Toshif is covering this story for us tonight. She joins us live in the control center with more. Taylor.
Shannon, metal knuckles, 4 different types of drugs, and weapons were among the items that were seized during the arrest of John Andrew. But the most shocking weapon was a loaded AK-47 that was found at the feet of Andrew in a van. I talked to friends of Andrew about his arrest. They described him as a different person than how he is presented in police reports.
I think he got mixed up in the wrong crowd with the wrong people in the wrong time.
Judy Dale is a tenant of the Reinholds home where 22-year-old John Andrew was arrested last November, but saw a different side of Andrew than what was printed on police reports.
On his person, they found an AK-47 rifle, which was loaded with a round in the chamber, a pistol, also loaded, metal knuckles, and various types of drugs, heroin, synthetic marijuana, psychedelic mushrooms, and a quantity of methamphetamine.
Andrew, already a felon and known by police to be armed and dangerous, was wanted on a bench warrant and oftentimes hung out at the home with Judy's teenage daughter. Police recognized Andrew in a van while pulling into the home on North Ridge Road.
My house, I feel like I'm not even comfortable here anymore, you know what I mean, because of the bad rapport it's got because of him.
And at Andrew's feet was a loaded AK-47.
A round in the chamber, ready to go. It takes it to the next level. Who knows what could have happened if, you know, who he planned to use that on, what he planned to do with that gun, but he was ready to use it if he needed it.
Having a teenage daughter and meeting all these teenage kids or even in their 20s, I have not once met one really that isn't on some kind of drug. It's like this whole area, somebody's on something.
The arrest even came as a shock to property owner Long Brumbach as he saw the address that was printed.
I mean, I knew there was stuff going on, but because I'm friends with all of East Calico, but other than that, I didn't have any clue. I was dumbfounded.
Andrew will serve a total of 7 to 15 years in prison. Reporting live in the control center, Taylor Toshif. Shannon, back to you.
All right, Taylor, thank you. Well, Ephrata police have arrested a 22-year-old woman following a pursuit in the borough. Authorities responded to the first block of East Pine Street on Tuesday morning for suspicious activity. Police found Brianne Mankins sleeping in a car. She provided police with false identification and then fled the scene. Mankins drove through yards and eventually got out of the car and ran. The car was recovered in a backyard on Church Street in Clay Township and was determined the vehicle had been stolen earlier that month. Mankins was taken into custody and is facing a list of charges. The NFL owners approved a new policy that they believe will tamper down the controversy surrounding last year when players knelt in protest during the national anthem. But is it just fanning the flames for more debate? Our John Buffone has more.
It's a controversy that has encapsulated most of the nation and our local communities. NFL players kneeling during the national anthem to protest racial inequality.
When you want to try and do so much good and it's only really bringing bad, like what else can you do? You know what I mean? Like you could keep trying to fight this so much that it could just like, instead of bringing equality, it could separate things even more.
I always viewed it as that it was more of a protest against the flag and the veterans. They did not make what they were actually protesting very clear.
But now the NFL is hoping to end the fiery debate and put the focus back on the gridiron. The owners have agreed this week to fine a team if a player sits or kneels during the anthem, but does give players the option of staying in the locker room while the song plays. But is that really going to settle anything?
I think people are just going to keep arguing about it, and from my standpoint, I think you're on TV, you know what I mean? So if you're on TV, why don't you just follow what you're supposed to do? They want you to stand for the national anthem, just stand for the national anthem. You know, if you got a problem with that, go sit in the locker room.
I'd like to see how it all comes out, whether there's any rebuttal from the teams, and I really would like to see the teams come out of the locker room and not have like 6 players on the side, and obviously have the rest of the ones in the team, because that's, you know, a process.
The Lidditz VFW stopped showing NFL games last season because they view the national anthem as a time to show respect to the flag and veterans. As for games in 2018, well, they're still on the fence.
We'll probably take a wait-and-see attitude approach to this and see exactly, and once we have the first game, we'll know.
Reporting in Lidditz, John Buffone, News 11.
The NFL has also finalized an $89 million social justice platform to address the underlying issues of the protests. Well, the sun was out in full blast today, and I hope you soaked it up as we head into an unsettled Memorial Day weekend. Meteorologist Dave Allen has more in our first look at the forecast.
First Look Weather is brought to you by The Wagon at Weaver Markets. Check out weavermarkets.com for this week's menu.
Shannon, it was a spectacular day today across Lancaster County and the surrounding area. We do have plenty of sunshine, low humidity levels. It was just an all-out nice day. Now we have another sunny day tomorrow to talk about, a little bit warmer, and we're going to notice the dew points rising a little bit, so it might feel a little humid. I'll have the details on that and what to expect for your Memorial Day weekend coming up in just a few. Shannon.
All right, thanks, Dave. Well, the Lidditz Police Department will be holding another Coffee with a Cop event on Thursday, June 7th from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. The event will take place at Do-Si Do's in Lidditz and will allow residents, young and old, to mingle with police officers in a relaxed setting.
Oftentimes when people interact with us, it's not a good day for them. So this just gives them an opportunity to break down that barrier and talk to us on a one-to-one basis on their level, you know, so that we're members of the community as well.
The police department said they hope to make Coffee with a Cop a regular event to enhance the relationships between police and residents. Well, there's still plenty of local news coming your way on the Early Report.
Ephrata Area School District implements a program shown to get students ready for the real world like never before. Why they say it's important to start young.
Plus, the state announces an aggressive plan to accelerate road work and pothole repairs. And later in sports, it's a huge day for local softball teams. Brian Cass will tell you who is playing in the district quarterfinals. Following a long winter season, Governor Tom Wolf announced today that PennDOT is mounting an aggressive campaign to accelerate repaving work on interstates and attack potholes. It's all part of the Resurface PA initiative. A significant part of the work will be financed using savings from other projects since the governor took office. Governor Wolf directed PennDOT to dedicate as many resources as possible to pothole and pavement repairs. The department has prioritized $22.3 million for immediate pothole repairs through June 30th, which translates into nearly 30,000 tons of patching material. An additional $7 million will be invested in 7 interstate maintenance projects covering potholes and other repairs on 78 miles of roads this year. Ephrata Area School District is implementing a program that aims to better prepare students for the real world. Our Holly Hare learns just how Life Ready graduate program is pushing students beyond content mastery and standardized tests.
Earning a diploma is an incredible achievement. Administration at Ephrata Area School District is taking an additional approach beyond standardized tests to gauge a student's readiness for the real world.
We know there are a lot more things that are important for kids to be successful in life that we need to provide for them that can't be measured on a test.
Introduced to students just this year, the Life Ready graduate program awards students with a certificate upon graduation should they obtain regular attendance, participate in extracurriculars or volunteer, and maintain a 3.0 GPA.
Research shows when kids can manage time, they can attend, and they can also do good work in class. It's a better predictor that they're going to be successful in life.
And it starts in kindergarten, with students stretching beyond their ABCs.
Being creative beyond worksheets and real, authentic projects that kids are passionate about and they take home and they want to do homework and they want to be excited about their learning, which is a lot of fun for us.
The idea of gauging readiness beyond state exams will be repeated throughout each grade level and will have the most structure in high school.
Where our role really comes in is ensuring that that is done well, and then trying to intervene with students that are working towards that to try to keep them on track so that they remain eligible for that.
Come time for graduation, students eligible for their certificate and diploma will also be ready for the next step, whatever that may be.
We try to extend it beyond just like what's happening in the classroom. We want to prepare them and invest in them past graduation.
Reporting in Ephrata, Holly Harrer, News 11.
Administrators have been busy working with local businesses and state universities to inform them of the program. Dr. Troop says several, including Ephrata National Bank and Haller Enterprises, have said the certification will have merit during the application process. Visit easdpa.org for more information on the Life Ready Graduate Program. Well, the town of Lidditz is gearing up for their annual Memorial Day parade, and police want to warn drivers of traffic delays. The parade is on Monday at 10:45 and forms on Warwick Street, moves to North Broad, East Main, and ends at the Moravian Cemetery, where a memorial program will be held. After the ceremony, hot dogs, chips, and drinks will be available for purchase. Police warn drivers to watch for street closures and parking restrictions. Well, the totals are in, and the Lancaster Library Big Book Sale raised over $100,000. The event was held at Franklin and Marshall College over a 3-day period and offered over 250,000 books up for sale. The exact total came to $103,803. Officials say this isn't the most they've ever sold, but it's right up there. All proceeds go towards the library's operating budget, and this sale is one of the library's biggest fundraisers of the year. Well, Dave Allen is up next with the Check on Your Extended Forecast. Plus, a new ice cream shop has a not-for-profit business model, how it's helping youth at risk. But first, here's a check on Wall Street at the closing bell.
News 11 weather, local first.
Well, it was a nice sunny day today across the area. Low dew points, warm air. It couldn't get any better than this. Let's check out where Chris Bloats was. He was off of Academy Heights. Takes us to the studio at Cable 11, and not a cloud in the sky. Absolutely gorgeous day, and we are going to continue to see this nice weather as we head through the day tomorrow. However, yes, there is a however, we are going to be noticing dew points starting to rise as we head through the day tomorrow. So plan on it being a little bit more humid than today, and especially on Saturday, we have a very muggy day on tap. Let's look at our national temperatures and see what's going on. The warm air is starting to move in. 83 in Detroit, Philadelphia 84 as we head further south. Nashville 90 degrees. This warm air, the humid air, is going to be pumped up our way as we head into the first half of Memorial Day weekend. Right now, current conditions in downtown Ephrata, sunny skies, 82 degrees, winds north-northwest at 5 miles per hour, humidity 37%, and at dew point 53 degrees. Across the area, Reading 83, and as we head further south and west, we are in the low 80s everywhere. Elizabethtown 82, Lancaster 82 degrees. Now, this is what's going on right now. We are watching a system develop off the Yucatan, off the coast of Belize, Cancun, and we are going to be watching this move northward with time, and this could actually develop into Tropical Storm Alberto. And as he moves northward, he'll probably make landfall across the center Gulf Coast area, Mobile, Alabama, perhaps Mississippi, maybe Louisiana. But although the center of the storm will be staying well south of our area, some of that moisture could actually get sucked up into our area, perhaps by Memorial Day, maybe Sunday night into Monday. So we have a very dicey forecast to talk about as we head past Saturday into Sunday and Monday. It's looking like Saturday will be the best chance for us to enjoy the outdoors. If you have any picnics planned, Saturday will be the best day to do it. By the time we get into Sunday and Monday, you have a better chance of seeing rain all day. Now let's talk about what's going on right now. We have high pressure dominating, and that's here to stay for now. Our daily planner, when we wake up tomorrow, plenty of sunshine, 56. We'll be getting up to the low to mid 80s tomorrow. Perhaps by the time we get to 2 o'clock, I think we'll be up to about 85. And then temperatures are not going to be cooling off that much, getting down perhaps into the mid 60s. So if you're planning on skipping work tomorrow and heading to the beach, we are looking at temperatures getting up into, this is for Saturday, Saturday's forecast. Tomorrow we are looking at sunny skies, balmy weather. But once we get into Saturday, we do have the chance for some thunderstorms in the afternoon hours. So all in all, we're looking at not too bad of a beach day for Saturday if you're heading down to Ocean City, Bethany, or Rehoboth Beach. So for your extended forecast for Lancaster County, Friday, 85, Saturday, 85 with the chance of an afternoon thunderstorm. Like I said, Saturday will be the best day to do to get your outdoor activities done for Memorial Day weekend, because once we get into Sunday, the chances increase for more showers and thunderstorms. And as far as Memorial Day goes, it's actually looking a little bit better than what was forecasted. We do have clouds to talk about, perhaps some rain showers, but not as much of a washout as they anticipated, so that might be a good thing. And as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday, we are looking at temperatures back up into the 80s, and yes, the unofficial start of summer is almost here, and so is the weather that goes with it. Shannon.
All right, thanks, Dave. Well, we are not clowning around about this next story. Today is Red Nose Day, a national fundraising campaign to end child poverty. In its first 3 years, Red Nose Day has raised over $100 million, impacting more than 8.3 million children in America and around the world. Money raised through Red Nose Day has helped to fund numerous programs to ensure children in need are safe, healthy, and educated. If you haven't picked up your red nose, there is still time. Walgreens is the exclusive retailer. You can also send a donation to rednoseday.org. Those kids look adorable with their little clown.
I don't like clowns, but I do support this cause.
Well, there you go.
Red Nose Day.
I think it's cute.
Yeah.
Well, we are talking Barnstormers today. Day game, right?
Oh, our boys, Shannon. They were on a 12-game winning streak after a wild game last night, going for 13 in a row. Matinee, like you said. We'll tell you if they got the win. Plus, Manheim Central boys volleyball trying to make it to the District 3 title game. Could they get past Palmyra? Stay tuned. Sports is next. We will start with some District 3 softball. Garden Spot Spartans still alive in the 5A bracket. They've had a heck of a season. Huge wins, late inning drama, you name it. On Wednesday, it was win or go home against Lower Dauphin. The Spartans' offense comes through in a big way early in the game, building a 6-run lead. And if you give pitcher Elizabeth King that kind of run support, you're in good hands. She gave up 3 runs to Lower Dauphin in the 5th, but strikes out the side in the 6th inning. Buckles down, gives up nothing else the rest of the way. Shortstop Megan Fisher with 3 hits to lead the Spartans at the plate, and the Spot wins 6-3, surviving to play another day. And that day just so happens to be today. The Spartans back in action in the quarterfinals. What a matchup with top seed Solanco. Garden Spot, the only team to beat Solanco this spring. They're 19-1. So can Garden Spot make magic happen again? That game is at 6:30 at Millersville University. Manheim Central Lady Barons also winners last night, upsetting the 5-seed Shippensburg. They also play a game against 4-seed Twin Valley today. That game in progress right now. We've got a camera at both games. You can see all the highlights tomorrow at 5 p.m. Let's talk some baseball. District 3 tournament resumes today. Ephrata Mount looking to win their 2nd district title in 3 years. They have a rematch with Lampeter Strasburg on tap. The Mounts beat LS 9-6 last Thursday to claim the LL League title. We'll see if they can get another win tonight. And elsewhere, Warwick Warriors finally enter the 6A bracket after a first-round bye. They travel to Cumberland Valley. If they can get past the Eagles, Warwick will move on to next Tuesday's semis, where a possible date with Section 1 rival Cedar Crest awaits. More baseball in the Atlantic League. Barnstormers playing a crazy game against York last night. The scoring gets started in the 1st inning. Joey Turdoslavich logs on. See ya ball out to the picnic area. 2-run shot, putting Lancaster in the lead. Bottom of the 4th inning, Stormers strike again. Ryan Castile smacking it to left field. Turdoslavich on second base. He's waved around, scores easily. It's a 3-1 lead at that point. We do go to extra innings, tied at 3 in the 12th. Stormers legend Blake Galen with the bunt surprises the York defense. Carlos Garcia scores the winning run, and the victory made it 12 wins in a row. That's a Lancaster record. Unfortunately, the streak comes to an end in a matinee game against York this morning. 7-0 was that final score. Moving on to boys volleyball, Manheim Central back on the court on Wednesday in the semifinals. They were just 1 win away from the title game and a possible rematch from states last year against powerhouse Northeastern. Standing in the Barons' way last night, the Palmyra Cougars, 3-seed in the bracket. Game 1, Barons feeling good. Set goes to Isaac Schenk here. He plays this one very nicely, just in bounds, and Central's up 4-3. Palmyra does make a big run. Barons trailing now. Mason Nisley rising up from the outside, off the block. Mannheim's coming back. They're just down 5 points. But Palmyra recovers. Super close end of the game. They'll block one back over, winning game one 26-24. Is an upset in the cards? Well, not quite. After that, Manheim takes over. Tanner Stauffer, some huge swings. All the rest of the games were tight, but the Barons win them all, taking the match 3-1. So it all sets up this. Barons will play top seed Northeastern for the AA District 3 title on Friday night. 6 o'clock start time at Dallastown High School. Northeastern, the defending District 3 champions, and the two teams met last year in the state tournament, was a thrilling 5-setter, and this time it'll be for some hardware. But for now, that will do it for sports. We'll be right back.
The former Hayloft Candles on South Groffdale Road in Leola has a new look to it and a new business model at that. Now known as Hayloft Ice Cream and Soft Pretzels, the all-volunteer staff will of course serve ice cream, soft pretzels, and add a lunch menu soon. But every penny in proceeds goes towards a very special cause.
This is a nonprofit organization set up to support Allegheny Boys Camp, which is in Old Town, Maryland. They work with troubled boys from 9 to 16. They come in there and stay there for a year or two, and they work with their problems. And so this is a nonprofit set up to support that.
Hayloft is open from 9 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. every day except Sunday. Opening day was May 14th. That's an interesting...
Yeah, love a good soft pretzel. Volunteer staff.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe the cows volunteered
That's some committed volunteer.
their milk for the ice cream as well. So they're getting in on the action, right?
You're too funny. Well, that'll do it for us. I'm Shannon Murphy.
I'm Brian Cass. Have a great night.